Hello. Now we're going to look at substituting numbers for letters. So we know that our letters in algebra are symbols that stand in for numbers. And now we're going to look at what happens when we put in some numbers where we had our symbols, where we had our letters. And we're going to start with a story. Sophie wants to buy 6 pencils and 4 copybooks. And they go to several shops to compare the costs of doing that in different shops, of buying this stuff in different shops. So in shop A, pencils cost €1 and copies cost €2. And in shop B, pencils cost $1.50 and copies cost €1. Which shop should they buy from? Now this is making an assumption, as lots of our maths problems often do. You could just get the cheap pencils in shop A and you could get the cheaper copybooks in shop B. We're going to pretend that you have to do one or the other. We have to either go to shop A or to shop B for the purpose of our question. So we have 6 pencils and 4 copies to buy. So if I want to think about the overall stuff I want to buy, that's going to be 6 pencils and 4 copies. Whatever the cost of a pencil is, I have 6 of them, plus whatever the cost of a copy is, I have 4 of them. So that's my total stuff I want to buy. That's the total expense I've got. So I could call that expense, I suppose. So E for expense. I'm going to have my 6 pencils, the cost of 6 pencils, plus the cost of 4 copies. So what does this look like if we're in shop A? So in shop A, a pencil costs €1 and a copybook costs €2. So what does my expense look like? What amount of money would Sophie be paying in total? Well, they would have 6 pencils, which would cost €1 each. So this is my expense. 6p would be 6 by €1 plus 4c, and my copybooks cost €2 each. So anywhere I had the letter P for pencil, I now have put in 1. And because this was multiplied, I have to put it in brackets, because 6 multiplied by 1 would be in brackets. And likewise with the cost of the copybook, I have 4c, and now I have 4 by 2, because the cost of the copybook in shop A is €2. So that's going to be, multiply out, I get 6 plus 4 by 2 is 8. And when I add that together, I am going to get 14. So the overall expense, the overall cost, is going to be €14 in shop A. Now what is it in shop B? Well, in shop B, the pencils have a different cost. So this is why we call our letters variables, because in different shops they have different costs. So it's $1.50 for a pencil in shop B, and the copies cost €1. So now I go to my expense. That's equal to 6p plus 4, I should say. 4 copybooks I want. So that's going to be 6 by 1.5. The cost of my pencils is €1.5 or $1.50 plus 4 times €1 is the cost of my copybooks. So when I multiply that out, I'm going to get €9 in total for my pencils, plus €4 in total for my copybooks is going to cost me a total of €13. So my overall expense, if I go to shop B, is going to be €13. So which one should Sophie go to for getting their pencils and copybooks? They should go to shop B, because overall it's cheaper. So as storytellers, we're going to write down shop B is our answer, because overall it's less expensive. So we can see here what we did. We wrote down an algebraic way of describing our story of what Sophie wanted and the overall expense. And then we found how much the pencil and the copy cost in each shop, and we put in that cost in for our letters. So we substituted. There was a P and we substituted 1 in for the P and substituted 2 in for the C for the copy, the cost of the copy. So that's a story-based version of what we would do with substituting in letters. Let's put this into practice in a few more abstract examples, but the same logic is going to apply. So I have X is 4 and Y is 2. There's no story involved here. This is just a situation we have. Whatever the letter X usually stands for, here it stands for 4 and Y stands for 2. So can we put this in? Well, at the moment we have 3x. That means number sitting next to a letter will be 3 multiplied by x, plus x sitting next to a y means x multiplied by y. So that's going to mean I have 3 multiplied by 4 because x is 4. So I put that in brackets because that means multiply for my numbers. Plus x multiplied by y. Well, x is 4 multiplied by y is 2. So I end up with 12 plus 8 is equal to 20. And that's my answer. So anywhere I had an x, I put in the number 4, and because it's multiplied, I have it in brackets. And I'm going to put in brackets anytime I'm doing my substitution. Now, we're going to continue using the same definition, the same substitution for x and y for these questions here. So here I have x squared minus 3y plus x divided by 4. Now, these are a little bit more complicated looking, but we just put in our numbers and we work down through it. We know how to do all these things. So I have x squared. Well, what does that mean? Well, if I had, as an aside, as a reminder on my indices, if I had 3 multiplied by 3, that would mean 3 squared. So the little 2 up here tells me how many times I multiply this by itself. I multiply 3 by itself twice. That means it's 3 squared. So x squared means x multiplied by x. So x squared would mean x multiplied by x. But here we just need to put in x is 4 and then continue on as normal. So we have x is 4. We get that from up here. Minus 3 by y is 2. Number next to letter means multiply, so we put it in brackets. Plus x is 4 divided by 4. So I put in an x where I had, put in a 4 where I had my x. So I have 4 squared means 4 multiplied by 4. I have minus 3 multiplied by plus 2, so minus by plus is a minus, 3 by 2 is 6. And I have 4 divided by 4. How many times does 4 go into 4? It goes in once. Now I have 4 by 4 is 16. I have 16 minus 6 plus 1 is equal to 16 minus 6 is 10 plus 1 is equal to 11. And that's my final answer. And now I have 9 is multiplied by x plus y. Well, I know x is 4 and y is 2. So I have 9 on 4 plus 2. And now I can see I just have BIMDAS. I want to do what's in the bracket first if I can. And in this case I can. X plus 2, 4 plus 2 is going to give me 6. And then 9 sixes is going to be 54. So here I couldn't add x and y together because they're not like terms, but when I just have numbers, they are like terms, they're just numbers, so I can add them together. Next I have a different situation. Now I have a and b, so now I'm going to substitute anywhere there's an a, I'm going to put a minus 2. So minus 2 squared means minus 2 by minus 2, or a multiplied by a, and minus 2 multiplied by b is 3. Make that a little neater. All divided by 5. So now I have minus 2 multiplied by minus 2. I know I need to simplify the top and bottom of my fraction because there's secret brackets we know around the top and bottom of a fraction, so we need to simplify our brackets first. Minus 2 by plus 3 is going to leave me with minus 6 all over 5. minus 2 by minus 2 is going to give me 4 plus 6. Minus by minus is going to give me plus 6 all over 5 is equal to 10 all over 5. And I have a common factor of 5 top and bottom, so I am left with 2. Or how many 5s are there in 10? There is 2 of them. Now sometimes the letters we're given will be fractions, and we do exactly the same thing, we just put them in. So mk means m multiplied by k, and be a half multiplied by k is minus 4. It tells us that right above here. Minus k is minus 4. So here I have minus 4, which is really minus 4 over 1. So I multiply top by top, bottom by bottom. So I end up with 1 by minus 4 all over 2 by 1 is minus 4 all over 2. Sorry, my apologies. That's part of the sum. That's not the whole thing. Plus, so minus by minus will give me a plus 4. And then simplifying a fraction as I was doing before, I have minus 4 all over 2 plus 4. I need to simplify this before I do my add and subtract. Minus divided by a plus is a minus. 4 divided by 2 is 2. Plus 4 is going to give me plus 2. So minus 2 plus 4 is 2. And that is my sum done. And then finally, I have the same meaning for k and m as I did up here. So I have 8 divided by k. So 8 divided by minus 4 minus 10m. 10m means 10 multiplied by m, so 10 multiplied by a half. And that means that this is really 10 all over 1 multiplied by a half. So I have plus divided by minus is going to give me minus. 8 divided by 4 is going to give me 2. And then I have top by top, bottom by bottom. 10 multiplied by 1 all over 1 multiplied by 2 is equal to minus 2 minus 10 all over 2. And minus 10 divided by plus 2 is going to leave me with minus 5. Minus 2 minus 5. I know I'm at minus 2 and I get at 5 colder. I'm going to end up down at minus 7. And that is what I need for doing my substitution. So all we do is put the numbers we're told in for the letters, and we know our rules for when we're multiplying. So we put things in brackets, and after that we're just using BIMDAS to simplify down. So it's good practice for our BIMDAS. And that's what we need for now.